Hello, you are warmly welcome to today's video on the mean value theorem. So we have to solve this question. We have to show whether the function that has been given f of x, that is x cubed minus 8x minus 5, satisfies the mean value theorem. So what does the mean value theorem even talk about, or what is it? Good. So the mean value states that theorem states that if a function f of x is continuous, if it is continuous on a closed interval, and then that same function is also differentiable. It's also differentiable on an open interval, then it means that there exists a certain value c. And when c is placed inside the answer for the first differential of the function that has been given, the answer will be the same as f of b minus f of a all over b minus a. And that c is an answer which falls between a and b. Okay, so that's what the mean value theorem is. So we just have to make sure and find out whether the function that has been given follows this format or whether it qualifies for this. And after that, we continue and then we solve this. Good, so let's quickly take it from there. So let's see whether the function is continuous on the closed interval that has been given. This is the interval that has been given, interval 1 and 4. Okay, so let's see whether this function is actually continuous on the interval. So to find out whether the function is continuous on the given interval, what we do is that we just fix in the values of the interval that has been given. So we test for f of 1. That's 1 cubed minus 8 into bracket 1 minus 5. That's negative 4. Then we also test for 4. That will be 4 cubed minus 8 times 4 minus 5. So 4 cubed is 64 minus 32 minus 5. That will give us 27. Okay, so it means that the function is continuous since we've been able to get the answers for f of 1 and f of 4. Let's see whether it's also differentiable. So f of x equals x cubed minus 8x minus 5. When we differentiate this function, we are going to get 3x squared minus 8. Meaning that this is also differentiable, that the function is differentiable. So if that is the case, then it means that f prime of c, the answer should be the same as this. So we'll fix f prime of c here, we'll go and find this, then we'll solve for c. And see whether the value for c falls between 1 and 4. If c falls between 1 and 4, then it means that the function satisfies the hypothesis of the mean value theorem. So let's quickly do that. So f prime of c, from here, we just fix c into this. This is all we get. So 3c squared minus 8 is equal to f of b. So this is our a and then this is our b. Okay, it's a closed interval. So our f of b will be the one with the 4. That is 27 minus f of a. And f of a is our 1. That's minus 4. All over 4 minus 1. Right? Good. So we are going to get this plus that is 39 over 3 to be equal to 3c squared minus 8. And 39 over 3 is 13. So 3c squared minus 8 equals 13. 3c squared equals 13 plus 8. So the answer for 13 plus 8, that is 21. So 3c squared is equal to 21. So c squared is equal to 21 over 3, that will give us 7. So if c squared is equal to 7, then it means that c will be equal to plus or minus the root of 7. If c squared is 7, it means that c will be equal to plus or minus the root of 7. So the only thing we need to do is that we need to find out whether root 7 is an answer which is actually in the given interval. So let's say we didn't have calculators. How are you going to go about this to see whether the value we had for c is correct? The interval we have looks like this. The interval we have here, that is a closed interval, 1, 4. It can be represented this way. That is 1, and then this is 4. It's a closed interval. So it can be represented this way on the number line. So if C falls within this range, then it means that it follows the hypothesis of the mean value theorem. But then C can be equal to a negative value because this range doesn't have any negative answer. So we just write that C can be equal to negative root 7. But is C equal to positive root 7? Let's see something. Root 7 falls between root 7. It falls between that is root 9. And then it also falls between 4. Now root 4 is 2. And then root 9 is 3. Means that no matter what, the answer for root 7 will be between 2 and 3. And then 2 and 3 falls within the given range, right? Because you find 2 and 3 within the range here. So since that is the case, then it means that the answer we had for C satisfies the range we've been given. And because that is the case, it means that the function we've been asked to find actually satisfies the hypothesis of the mean value theorem. So this is how we solve questions on the mean value theorem. First of all, you have to find out whether the function is continuous on the given interval by fixing in the values that have been given, as in our case 1 and 4. If you're able to get an answer for that, it means that it's continuous. Then you differentiate the function. If you're able to safely differentiate it, then you fix in the C into the differential you have, then you equate it to f of b minus f of a over b minus a. Then you find out whether the C you get is actually falls within the range. If it falls within the range, it means that it follows the hypothesis of the mean value theorem or satisfies that. If C doesn't fall within the given range, 1, 4, then it means that it doesn't satisfy the hypothesis of the mean value theorem. So that's how we solve questions of this. Thank you very much for your time. Stay tuned for more educational videos. Bye-bye.